Okay, folks, in the last episode, I'm not entirely sure where we left off because I've yet to edit the last file, but I believe the last game was, in the last video was, away match against Dallas where we won 3-1 before beating San Jose at Providence Park 4-1. Since you've been going to plow through a whole host of games to get us towards the end of the season, and those games were like this. We took on Real Salt Lake at home and we won 3-0 before drawing with LA Galaxy on the road. Back at home, we took on Vancouver. We won 1-0 before beating Houston 3-2 thanks to goals from Juan Falcon, Rodrigo Romalo and Sebastian Blanco. Then we took on Minnesota at their place and we drew 1-1 before beating Seattle on the road in the derby. 4-1 winners. Juan Falcon with a hat-trick, Romalo with the other. LA Galaxy at our place 3-0, and then we just wrapped it up right here, right now, up against Eastern Conference title chasers. And we won 2-1 down to a lastminute.com goal by Martin Bortonaro. In this episode, double bubble, last two games of the regular season, Columbus Crew at home, LAFC on the road. Portland Timbers, truly a one-of-a-kind club. They've got the players, they've got the fans, they've even got this guy. But what they really want is the MLS Cup back. But we ain't stopping there. We're going to go all the way. So here we are, folks, with the first game of this video. Portland Timbers up against Columbus Crew at Providence Park. We've already secured ourselves a semi-final berth in the playoffs, which is good. So we dodged the first stages of the playoff. But it's still up for grabs if we can grab the Western Conference title from Kansas City. It's very, very tight. Only 2 points between us. We take on, obviously, Columbus Crew. Kansas City take on Toronto, which will be pretty tough in the Eastern Conference. So let's waste no more time. Jump straight in and get ready for kickoff. So our start 11 for this match looks like this. Mirroring goal, Porter, Frendelin, Rios, Menzies, Valeri, Nagby, Dinguino, Blanco, Romalo and Falcon up front. So our visitors going with a big heavy midfield of a 4-5-1. Usually I would have possibly played a weakened side, but I'm still trying to push for that coveted Western Conference championship, I guess. I don't know if it amounts to much in the end of the day, but I'm just greedy. So we'll keep an eye on that result or fixture at Kansas City between Toronto. See how that pans out. And there wasn't a point, I believe. We were all level on points, Kansas City and Portland. And my amazing goal difference did not amount to anything. So we have to get more points than Kansas City. So realistically, you're looking at 3 points needed. So, I'm not sure how that's going to work. If they draw today, perhaps, and we win, that would not be enough. So they need to lose at least one of their games, I believe. Blanco strikes. Beautiful setup by Dinguino. We'll take a look at that again. Here's Menzies playing it right back today. Nagby to Valeri. Calm and composed. Dinguino. Nice feet over to Blanco, who's been on pretty good form recently. Great to have him back. Him and Valeri were key. Obviously, they weren't part of the side. Oh, look at that. We are top of the pops. Toronto have their noses in front. Corner by Columbus and eventually ends up over the top. But that would be nice if results hung on like this. I would like a second goal, Toronto, just to kind of give us a bit of wiggle room. I think it does give you home advantage during the playoff stage, and we might have a penalty here. We might have a penalty. Not sure who's taking it. Valeri. Yes, boys. It's looking good now for the Timbers. Looking good. Calm and composed. Keeper got no chance. Oh, golly. See? Kansas City level. 72 points. And they're in front. So we've won. We've lost less games. Look at Nagby on the score sheet. Oh, the old boys. The boys from last season finally clicking into gear right there. Just about the right time. So we gear up for playoffs. Blanco. Turns to Falcon. Back to Blanco. Spots Nagby on the edge of the box with a bit of space. Takes on the inside. And we are in front. Again, well, we're always in the front. 3-0. Like I said, really good goal difference. But it does not matter. Does not matter. We need Toronto to beat them. Falcon. Blanco's in on goal. Strikes well wide. So, if the results stay like this, which it looks like it might do, it'll go down to the wire. The last game of the season. And that, folks, is the first half. Timbers comfortably in control, 3-0 up. So pretty much we've done all we can do in this match. I doubt, well, commentator's curse coming up, but I doubt we'll concede 3. And there you go, Kansas City are now pulling away with it, scoring in the last minute before the half-time. So Toronto really have to up their game if they're going to help us along the way. But what really frustrates me a little bit is the actual points tally of both Kansas City and Portland compared to our nearest rivals, Houston. We are a whopping 13 points clear. And then when you look at the Eastern or the Western Conference, it's pretty tight. Anyhow, let's throw some players on. Triple substitution by the Timbers, just to give some guys some game time. Oh, Dinguino's on the score sheet now. Look at that, 4-zip. Sebastian Blanco involved again. Here he is from the throw-in. Menzies to Blanco, back to Menzies. Nice lofted ball in there. Dinguino goes to try to get on it. Chara heads it back down to Blanco, crosses it. Dinguino tucks it in there on the left-hand side. Straight from kickoff. Usually means a goal or pretty good opportunity for a goal. And Montoya's shot goes wide, but it'll be a corner. Santos floats in there. Fenteleb heads it clear. Montoya once again back to Santos for Columbus Crew. It's still level. What's going on? Toronto have equalised, which is great. Does make it a little bit more doable. I'm not saying that we're their favourites, because we're not. And Kansas City have their noses back in front of him. McInerney. What a player he's turned out to be. Actually making a cheeky inquiry for McInerney. See if I can prize him off him. So it looks... No, Toronto have levelled once again. I knew it would be a tough game for them. I knew it wouldn't be a walkover. Maybe, just maybe, there's another goal in that game which could completely flip-flop their top two. But I'll take a point from them and a win from us. Abu, Montoya, trap, Montoya. Merrim's shot is blocked. Should be wrapping this game up. We are. Portland Timbers 4, Columbus Crew 0. So that result for us, combined with Kansas City's 3-3 draw with Toronto, leaves us level on points, but only in second place. And I still don't know why. I think it must be games one has them in front. But anyway, it goes down to the last game of the season to see who comes out number 1 in the Western Conference. So here we are, folks, with the second game of this video, up against LAFC at their place. It's actually the final game of the regular season in the MLS. The Western Conference Championship is still up for grabs between Kansas City and Portland. Kansas City have a home match up against Minnesota, so I'm expecting them to actually win that game, which will give them the number 1 seed, I guess, in the playoff phase. So my start 11 for this match looks like this. Miriam goal, Porter, Frendele, Menzies, Myers, Nagby, Valeri, Dinguino, Blanco, Romalo, and Falcon up front. And our hosts going with a 4-3-3. So here we are at LAFC's stadium. And the Timbers kick us off. Let's try and get the old latest scores up on here somehow. Okay, so we can keep an eye on what's going on. And we want to stick this up here. And Timbers have their noses in front. Did not see that goal. Let's take a look. Corner. Valeri punts it in there. Dinguino with a header. Vanderleb knocks it in. And that's a good news for Dinguino as well. He was looking for one more assist to break the record, and he's done it. Blanco, Valeri, Romalo turns and shoots. Falcon, a couple of bodies in the way. And Lampson collects. So right now, no, it doesn't even matter. McKinnon has got that stinking goal that gives them the lead. So whatever we do, they seem to match us or better us. Well, you know, what can we do? There's nothing. It's out of our hands. The only thing we can do is make sure we come out on top in the MLS Cup back end of the season, the postseason. Make sure we're prepared. Nagbe, Blanco to Falcon. He scores. Blanco once again, the assist king. Nicely done. Good bit of defending here. Nagbe breaks up play to Blanco. Nice bit of possession. Slips in Falcon. Tucks it in there. Continues his goal scoring form. I think he is the #1 goal scorer in the MLS. Who needs Fernando Adi, eh? When you got Falcon. Porter, Nagbe. Porter floats it in there. Falcon heads it. Oh, we're up to first. Why is that? Oh, golly. Just for a brief second. Oh, they've run away with it. They've ran away with it. It's over. We have to settle for second, I'm afraid. Menzies, Nagbe. Over the top for Blanco. Across the face. Dinguino strikes. Hits the body and goes behind for a throw. Porter. Valeri. Porter whip across in. Dinguino to Valeri. Strikes. Lampson collects. Creeping and crawling towards the 40-minute mark. Valeri with a free kick. Plays it short. It looks like it might be a pen. It is. Valeri to take it. Boom. 2-2 for that guy. 3 goals up. We're cruising. Maybe we're hitting form at the right time. Also, Valeri punted it in there. Here come LAFC, Vela, Hagland, Barkos, Ruben, What's his name? Husic. Puts it wide. Yeah, unfortunately, Minnesota not giving them a game at Kansas City, so we're going to have to settle for second. And that, folks, is your first half. LAFC 0, Portland 3. So the second half gets underway. We don't need this anymore, I don't think. I think it's a given that the results are going to stay the way they are. They're not up there for no reason. Maybe I'll throw some boys on, actually. Triple substitution. Bordonaro. Passes back to Myers. Under a bit of pressure, Menzies. Vandeleb, Nagbe, Valeri, Dinguino, Finley. Dinguino's effort was horrific. So we've played an hour. Corner for LAFC. Vela strike over the top. Delgado strikes well over. Yep, still the same score in Kansas, so yeah, that's just it's frustrating though. We've only lost the 3 times this whole season, and that's not good enough. It's not good enough, I'm afraid. Come on, Minnesota. You got 20 minutes to find an equalizer. Last 10 minutes of the game. I'm more interested in what's going on in Kansas than I am what's going on in Los Angeles at the moment. Vela, Davis, Higuita, Davis, Pelosi, Delgado, Pelosi, can he get a cross in? Broken up by Menzies to Mattox now, to Finley. Tries to set a Bordonaro, but no joy. Carlos Vela, Delgado, Vela once again. Acuna, Pelosi strikes, mirrors brave, puts his body on the line. And blocks the shot. Nagby, Mattox. Valeri. Dinguino turns. Tries to get a shot away, but no joy. Still the same 3-2 scoreline at Kansas City. Doesn't look like we're going to get it, as much as we want that extra goal for Minnesota to level it up. Yeah. And that's your lot, folks. LAFC 0, Portland 3. Is it enough to take top spot? Probably not. We'll have a look in just 1 second. So that result was not good enough to take the top spot in the Western Conference. However, if you look at the Supporters Shield League table, this is the result of that on the right-hand side. We are second behind Kansas City. I'm not sure what that means, but we can have a look. Yeah, we were. It's the same scenario as last season. We finished runners-up. Okay, not really bothered about that. But anyway, playoffs next. We avoid the first round, so that's great. So in the next round, we will be taking on somebody in the playoffs. It's a mystery at the moment. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Football Manager. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. But if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all FM18 content moving forward.